What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of my vegan bikini prep series.
God knows I've been praying long enough for some kind of wonderful. Some kind of wonderful.
That's when it plays. If you guys don't know me already, my name is Danny Barabee. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram, and this is my friend Natalie. Follow her on her Instagram. Also, make sure that you subscribe below if you are new to my channel. Like this video because it's going to be a good one. We're going to give you a lot of information that you probably are kind of unsure about. So to give a little background on Natalie, she is a WNBF bikini and figure pro. I literally look up to her. I ask her 1,000,004 questions every single day because I don't know what I'm doing with my prep, and she knows everything about it. She is also a teacher. What grade?
9th through 12th, high school.
Me in that grade, no. But today we are kind of going to go over the whole background of why you should be eating what you're eating, macros. We're going to show you how to track your macros, what is a fad diet, goods and bads about fad diets, and why aren't you losing fat that you want to be losing. If you are interested in any of that, probably are because you clicked on this video. Make sure you keep watching because we are going to teach you a lot of stuff. How we're going to structure this video is I'm going to ask her the questions and she is going to answer just from her background and knowledge. The first question is going to be the title of this video, and that is, why are people not losing the fat that they thought that they were going to lose if they went on this diet, or what are they doing wrong with what they're eating?
I think the number one thing that people struggle with losing fat is, number one, I feel like they're very extreme, and number two, they're not aware of what they're eating and what's in their food. So when it comes down to it, I think that people are either not eating enough calories or they're eating too many calories. And I know that those are two different ends of the spectrum, but if you're really under eating, you're gonna have trouble losing weight because your body's holding on to the fat. If you're not eating enough calories and your body feels like it's starving, our bodies are really smart and they know what they're doing. If it feels like it's in a dangerous place, it's gonna hold on to body fat. It's gonna, all your digestion's gonna slow down, all these things are gonna slow down. Not gonna be an optimal position to lose body fat. That's number one. A lot of people actually are not eating enough. On the other hand, people sometimes, I think, eat too many calories. They think they're eating a clean diet when in reality they're just
Oreos and Doritos and all that fun stuff.
But you can actually be eating a clean diet where you're eating fruits and vegetables and whole grains, but people aren't realizing that they're actually eating too many calories. So wherever your body's maintenance calories are at, in order to lose weight, you do have to be in a deficit.
What is a deficit?
A deficit is consuming less calories than you're exerting, yeah. Even if you're not exercising, you're still burning a lot of calories a day, just by doing your daily activities.
Like if you're like flicking your foot on the ground, like that is burning calories.
Yeah. And
you don't think about it, it's just like something that your body does.
So if you're someone who just kind of like chooses a 1,200 calorie diet because you think that that's what you're supposed to be eating based off of things that maybe MyFitnessPal tells you that, or magazines, or whatever it might be, that's not going to put you in an optimal place to lose body fat. But you do need to be in a deficit to lose weight. It doesn't have to be a giant deficit. It might be like 50, 100, 150 calories deficit, and you can still lose weight. And that's the best place to start, because once you cut your calories really low, your body adapts to that really quickly.
I got a question about what is carb cycling. So since we're kind of talking about going high and low, like what is carb cycling?
I think that most people that do carb cycling are pretty much people that are trying to lose body fat, I would say. I don't think it's something that average human being needs to do on a daily basis or weekly basis.
I'm not carb cycling right now, and I'm losing weight.
I guess the purpose of carb cycling is manipulating your carb and fat intake to better suit your goals and to suit maybe like the amount of activity you're doing in a day. You're someone who's trying to lose weight, it's important to eat carbohydrates. Carbs are important. If you're trying to lose weight, you might not need a high amount of carbs every single day. What people might do is have a high or moderate amount of carbohydrates in their diet for a couple days a week, and they might do like their heavy lifting on those days. On their rest days or their off days from training, they'll kind of decrease their carbohydrates a little bit and increase their fats a little. If you have a higher fat, lower carb, you're keeping your calories pretty much the same, if not the same.
Like for example, so I have my high carb day today. My macros are completely different than what they usually are on a day-to-day basis as of right now. Still at the same caloric intake for what I'm eating. I think I'm at like 1675, but my carbs are completely different than what they were yesterday.
For her, there's probably a couple reasons why she might be on a higher carb day. One, for more energy after being maybe like lower carb than what you're used to for a long time. It takes a toll on your body. Just like an energy boost, help boost her metabolism a little bit. It might kickstart her metabolism. If you're kind of like lower calorie for a long period of time, your body kind of adapts to that, like we talked about adaptability. So increasing or spiking those calories for a little bit of like 1 day or 2 days.
And you like kind of plateau if you stay at that point.
Yeah, it kind of like wakes your body up a little bit, and it kind of like burns. It's almost like a machine. The purpose of carb cycling on a normal basis is just kind of switching up what you're eating and kind of like forcing your body to react a little bit differently to the food that you're eating.
Basically why you lose weight when you are not taking in as many carbs is because your body is going to quickly resort to fats instead of carbs. So our #1 energy source is carbs. That's where we get the things to do what we do every single day. That's why when you carb load and have a lot of carbs, you can probably lift a lot more than you initially could. So when you deplete yourself of carbs, your body is now going to search for the fat, because when you're in starvation mode, your body's going to look for fat for energy because it's longer sustainable. When you're doing that low carb, it's going to look right to your fat, and then using that fat for fuel, that's what's going to kind of make you lose the weight a little bit. That can't be sustained as long.
So I think the #1 reason that people are either seeing results with low carb diets or they are like attractive is because what people are doing is they're keeping their normal diet, and then what they're doing is they're like kind of like slashing their carbs out. So what they're really doing is they're cutting a large majority of their calories out. So of course you're going to lose weight, right? Because you're in a caloric deficit because you're cutting those carb calories out. But in reality, I think the most sustainable way is you don't have to cut a certain food group out. You don't have to cut all your carbs, or you don't have to cut all your animal products out. Like, you don't have to cut anything out. What you need to do is be conscientious of like your calories and how much calories you're consuming.
So right now we are going to show you guys how to track. We're going to show you how to manually do it yourself if you wanted to, which is very tedious, but we're going to show you anyway, and how it makes up calories. So we have Trick cereal right here. Is it vegan?
Maybe.
Yes. I'm gonna have this for dinner.
What you want to do is you want to kind of look at the serving size. So a serving size of Trick cereal is 1 cup, and in that cup it's like 31 grams weighted. So if you have a food scale, you would pour it out to grams and be 31 grams of weighted cereal, which would be 1 cup. In that 1 cup you have 120 calories. So within that 120 calories, it's made up of carbs, fats, and protein. So in the Trick cereal here we have 27 grams of carbs in 1 cup, 1 gram of protein, and 1.5 grams of fat. 1 gram of carb is equal to 4 calories. So if you multiply 27 by 4, you get the amount of calories from carbs. By
She's a teacher. She knows how to write on a whiteboard.
no, yeah. Equals 108 calories. Obviously, 1 times 4.
I was about to do that out.
4 grams of calories. And then 1.5 times 9, 13.5? English teacher. So what's 108 plus 4 plus 13.5?
Right there. So that's how many calories are in it. How much does the trick say?
So yeah, the box does say 120 calories, but the FDA regulation, they have, I think they can be like 20% off. It's not 100% accurate. That's why sometimes tracking your macros is a little bit off from tracking your calories. But if you track your macros, sometimes it might not perfectly equal your calorie goal. So like I said before, 1 gram of carb is equal to 4 calories, 1 gram of protein is equal to 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat is equal to 9 calories. So within those, multiply them by 4, by 4, by 9, and that equals the total amount of calories in that serving. So I do want to talk a little bit about fad diets or extreme diets like vegetarian, keto diet.
I was gonna say like paleo, but that's not really.
Well, yeah, but people like clean diets. You don't have to be clean, or you don't have to be plant-based. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be keto to lose weight. People are either doing those diets incorrectly, or they're doing them in a way that's super extreme and setting them up for failure. Just for example, if you're eating a keto diet and you're eating 2,000 calories on a keto diet and you're losing weight, you can also lose weight eating all the foods you like and carbs, Trick cereal, and still lose weight as long as you're eating like those 2,000 calories.
Jumping into something like that, you need to do your research. I'm not kidding. I'm still doing my research and finding out different ways to get in protein, because yes, being on a vegan diet is a little bit harder to get in protein, but it's not impossible. And keep in mind, she was talking about how like people usually do diets like that in order to lose weight. That wasn't even the first thing on my mind. It wasn't even the last thing on my mind. I didn't think about it. I had a reason as to why I wanted to do it. Is protection of animals and all that kind of stuff, so that's why I did it. And I don't want you guys to think that I did it because of that reason. And keep in mind too that I don't drink anymore, and like she said, I go to the gym a lot more. I was going to the gym a pretty good amount before I was vegan, but I wasn't taking anything seriously. So especially like when you think about doing something like this, I don't know, like she said, make sure you're in check before you do something.
So also if you're someone too who's doing a keto diet or just doing a diet in general, you're kind of going off your diet, it's probably not maintainable. So if you're someone who's doing a keto diet, the goal of it is ketosis. And being in ketosis is when you resort to fat and protein, right?
Not normally protein.
Not protein?
Yeah, because
Okay.
protein, you don't really use that as fuel. It's just basically fat.
But so if you're someone who's like, your goal is to be in ketosis, and then every Saturday or every Friday you're going off and cheating on your diet, defeating the whole purpose of doing the keto diet.
I think you need to be in ketosis for like, you need to be doing that for like 2 weeks or,
Yeah.
or not even that, maybe more.
Yeah,
I don't know.
so it's almost like you're not getting the benefits of keto, so why are you putting yourself through that and then like binging? And I think that creates a bad relationship with carbs. If you're someone who knows you can't eat a lot of carbohydrates in a keto diet, I think it's under like, it's definitely under 50 grams, and some people even less. That's gonna teach your body and mind to avoid carbohydrates, and for the rest of your life or for a long time you're gonna be looking at foods as good
An
and bad,
enemy
or, yeah,
instead of like a,
yeah, and I don't think that that's healthy, because you can, I'm not saying you can eat shit and you're gonna be healthy and lose weight, but you can fit things into your calories. You can fit Oreos in, you can fit ice cream in if you want to, but you have to budget and make it work. I've been loosely tracking, so just because I'm so used to it.
How long have you been doing it for?
On and off for about 5 years. I mean, at first I didn't really know much about what I was doing, but I've been really conscious of what I've been doing. I've been lifting and like tracking and logging my food for about at least 5 years, and it's time consuming, but also now I know I'm at a place where I can trust myself, and like I have a good relationship with food now, where if I'm hungry I eat, and if I'm not hungry I'm trying to learn to listen to my body, so I'm not just thinking of numbers all the time in the back of my head.
Oh my gosh! Oh, it's a bug.
Where?
I don't know. It's on my camera. So I hope that helped you guys out a little bit. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below. That is all that we have for you today, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe below, like this video, follow me on my Instagram, and follow Natalie on her Instagram. She has cool stuff that she posts. You need to post more today, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.